What advice do you have for running against him this time?
I think that it's pretty similar to the advice I would have had in 2020, which is he needs to be relentlessly mocked at every turn. We see in the courtroom that he's not handling the circumstances well. He's not handling the confinement or the fact that he has no power in this space. And that's why another reason last week was sort of demoralizing is because the Supreme Court gave him a much needed boost. So it would be so much better if he were just forced to wallow in the consequences of his actions. We see him looking like he's falling asleep, whether or not he's falling asleep, he's complaining about the temperature. And, you know, something that I don't see being paid attention to, but it's really important. Donald Trump is there, trapped in that courtroom because of what he did. There are a lot of other people trapped in that courtroom as well because of what he did. He doesn't seem to care that they are also cold and tired and don't want to be there. So it's just another example of how selfish he is and how he doesn't care about anybody else's circumstances, even if he caused them. So I think just hammering away on his weaknesses and his frailty, and I mean that psychologically, the better it is, because he's been allowed to skate for so long by pretending just because he yells louder and is more forceful in his delusions and his mendacity, that he's somehow more fit.
It feels an emotional need for Donald Trump, but it does not really help him, because the fact of the matter is what he was doing that he now fully admits and very consistently in very consistent terms was wrong. Michael did that for Donald Trump. He did that for the benefit of and at the direction of Donald Trump. And every bit of testimony that has come out shows that Michael Cohen has come clean and is telling the truth about that. Now they're going to go after him and say, well, you submitted this form into the taxi commission or whatever. They're going to go through all sorts of stuff. And it's like, so what? Tell me what it is that Michael is lying about on this witness stand that relates to this case. And they got nothing. Because he's been corroborated by Pecker, he's been corroborated by his banker, he's been corroborated by the text, he's been corroborated by the tapes he recorded of Donald Trump, he's been corroborated by Hope Hicks. And yeah, you know, there's been stuff in there that said that no, people didn't like dealing with Michael. Look, I've known Michael since 2006, okay? He's a hard-driving, loud guy, a New Yorker, and he was like, you know, he's like a bull in a china shop, and or a dog with a bone. Pick your metaphor. And when he goes in a certain direction, you know, he doesn't let anything get in his way. And he did that for Donald Trump because that's what he was loyal to Donald Trump, and he got screwed for it. And now he's owned up to it. And I think, you know, if Michael Cohen goes on that witness stand and just, you know, chills and just sort of plays it straight and doesn't let them get on his nerves, the defense, which is, you know, that's going to be their tactic. Their tactic is going to be what everyone else's tactic to Donald Trump is going to be, is like provoke him. I don't think he's going to be provoked because he's got the truth on his side, and I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at how good a witness Michael was, because he was a great witness out on Capitol Hill, and he was a good witness. You know, Judge Engoron said he told the truth in the civil trial. I think that they should be. I think the Trump people should actually be pretty terrified of Michael Cohen, and this is Michael Cohen's chance to set it all straight. To set it all straight with Donald Trump, and the way he does that is just by going with the flow. You know, admitting the stuff that he did wrong and just sticking to the facts. And you know, he's a smart enough guy that he's going to do that. And I think people are going to be surprised by that.
might be getting ahead of myself here, but it's May the 3rd and tomorrow is May the 4th. Be with you. The White House press briefing, KJP, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself was here to... Wow.
Well, first of all, I only expected to be there for like 5 minutes. He showed us all these photographs, and, you know, it was really amazing to me because, you know, I was invited to the Carter White House, and I came, and then I came to the Obama White House, but I never was invited into the Oval Office, and it was a large gathering. So this one was really extra special.
All right, sir.
So, yes.
President Biden bring up Star Wars too, sir?
Well, you know, I called him Mr. President. He said, "You can call me Joe." And I said, "Can I call you Joe B-1 Kenobi?" He liked that.
Guess, as you can see, Mark Hamill has decided to join us on this wonderful Friday. All right, geez, Weija is not happy about Mark Hamill being here. That's okay. I'm not going to tell him. He's not watching, probably. I won't tell him.
I haven't.
Do you not like Star Wars? You've not seen Star Wars?
I will now. I will now. I know.
That's why that happened, folks. That's why I got the question.
Laughing, joking, it's just a conversation among friends. Imagine if the president were Donald Trump. Imagine if I were standing behind the podium. You'd have Jim Acosta screaming, "Are you going to take the student loans from the anti-Israel protesters?" John Carl right on cue. "Will you withdraw support from any anti-Israel protester?" And they wouldn't stop until we disavowed the support of every student in the country. Where is the adversarial press?
Serial killers in murder trials are afforded more rights than they are giving Donald Trump in this trial. And I firmly believe Judge Juan Merchan will be reprimanded by the JQC. Not only reprimanded, I think he should be removed because of his actions in this case. It's that bad, the rulings that he's making and the things that he's doing to silence Donald Trump.
You know what would have happened if I would have gotten a Star Wars-inspired nickname in the briefing room? Would I have gotten those laughs?
Before I go any further, can your day possibly survive without 10 seconds of this? People would describe former loser Don Corleone as a two-bob bit, wouldn't even make Craigslist snake oil salesman. Jeff Daniels is, well,
there's just a lack of decency that Donald has kind of, you know, hitched his wagon to. And he keeps telling us these things, you know. I mean, I look at the trial every day, and you watch what happens in the trial, and then you watch him, you know, talk about it like it was an amazing day, you know, here. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. So quit trying to tell us like you're a bad salesman on my front porch, you know, selling me a vacuum cleaner that's the greatest vacuum cleaner you've ever seen in your life. If you've never seen anything like it. That's what bad salesmen say.
Well, and that's what he did, right? He sold water, he sold steaks, he's selling Bibles now.
He's a bad Willy Loman is what he is. And I think it's the fraud, it's the emperor has no clothes, it's all that stuff. We get that.
Well, we keep on hearing this word old as if there's this huge, big difference between a former guy with no decency, no morals, and President Biden. They should just literally point it out that why don't they have a race on a bike or a sprint? My money would be on Biden, by the way. It really would. Even walking. Yeah, an 800-meter challenge, I still would have President Biden to be a former guy.
We're going to be the greatest country in the world unless we elect great leaders. And we're not there yet, but I hope in the fall, I think that's when the voters, and it's the middle of the electorate that's going to decide the election, says, you know what, I'm going to vote for decency, even if he's old. Because you know what? Old is also wise, is also wisdom, it's also experience, and that'll get us to 2028 when we'll get...
Anybody remember Ron Disaster, Ron DeSantis, whatever what former guy was calling him? I said at the time it was all garbage because, you know, they're now besties because, well, Trump needs those votes. You could just say, oh, shite. Oh, that's something else. Trump? What? Shit? Oh, okay.
Has this ever happened to you? You're sitting in court again, under pressure and stress, and then a warm feeling comes over you, uncomfortably warm.
Uh-oh.
It's pressure, all right. Down there. That's when you need Trump diapers. Trump diapers, the elite adults incontinence product for owning libs on the go while you go. Trump diapers contain a comforting, patent-pending fiber that's the ultimate in pulling fluids from your delicate orange skin.
I always look orange.
With Trump diapers, you can sit all day in luxurious comfort, whether you're busy ending democracy or just rage posting on social media without consequence. Trump diapers let you spread Russian propaganda all day in dry comfort, and Trump diapers make insurrection easy. You'll never need to poop in the Capitol again. Trump diapers, for when you're losing your shit in more ways than one.
But you know, a lot of it was just connecting about things. I mean, look, he's a dad. He's got a kid going to college. You know, I'm a dad. I've got 3 young kids in the household. He's concerned about how my wife was doing. Obviously, she had a cancer scare a couple years ago. So it was just a good meeting and a good conversation. But
Fox Truth, for God's sake, what an oxymoron. Fox News telling the truth about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Can they extend it? They call her an idiot, by the way. Sorry, it's a spoiler. Can they just extend that same term of endearment to Tom Cotton? He's not well, Tom Cotton, he isn't. And he's a liar. And he richly just needs to go back in time, read the history for yourself, Mr. Cotton.
That's right. It's out in the open. And you're right. You know, Fox News called me an idiot. And you're right. You know, Fox News called me an idiot.
Sean, it's pretty certain you wouldn't. And again, this is what Joe Biden and liberals have accused Donald Trump of for the last 9 years. But when Donald Trump lost a court case, might have upset him, but he followed the court case. Joe Biden.
If we could just go over some of the numbers, I think it's pretty clear that we won. We won very substantially, Georgia. You even see it by rally size, frankly. We'd be getting 25,000, 30,000 people a rally, and the competition would get less than 100 people, and it never made sense. But we have a number of... So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes.
You would think Trump, with all of that experience, would know how to carry pizza. I mean, he loves fast food. He loves his McDonald's. He loves his whatever stuff that builds up the cholesterol and brings a possible cardiac arrest forward. Loves all of that stuff, but that's his choice of health. And by the way, I'm going to play this clip again. We made it earlier, and the good... I'm not going to have a go at firemen, but one particular representative is not very happy with this video. He really isn't. Sent us a message. Doesn't want you to watch it. A senior fire person chief in New York doesn't want you to watch the next few seconds. Okay. Go and do something else. Don't watch it. Something we never done before. Pizza watch. Let's do how a former guy delivers pizza. 5:54, staffer sets aside 2 pizzas. 5:57, staffer walks 2 pizzas to Trump.
For the first responders here at this fire department here in New York City. So you'll see the motorcade come in from my right to left, or your left to right. There we go. We'll come in. It looks like we've got a couple of staffers, and you can see that. They've got some pizzas as we continue our coverage with President Trump here on the ground. Once again, if you're joining us, thanks for spending your afternoon with us. This is one of the things that we enjoy doing in terms of bringing you live development coverage with President Trump. Now, I've got some sirens. It looks like they're probably starting to block off some of the streets. Now here comes one. That's a good look there. Okay, I've been told as follows. Let's go and listen in as we bring to you, as it happens, President Trump here in New York City. I would imagine this inside vehicle is likely the one that he will, yes, he will, that will be the one he'll get out. He's likely to get out on our side. You can kind of see a little bit of the reflection there. And he's getting out. Let's listen in.
5:58, Trump accepts and redelivers them.
looks like
6:01.
President Trump is now
inspects
going to
pizza.
open up the pizza and perhaps pass out some slices to the first responders here.
6:10. Trump leaves. Cold pizza and photo op is concluded. And he then gets his minions to push out the posters and pictures and all of the paraphernalia on social media. Oh, it's just called staged.
We gotta give him a good signature now, right? Oh, yeah. The whole thing.
He's nervous.
What'd you do?
On Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, Donald Trump entered a Manhattan courtroom and pled not guilty to 34 crimes.
Squash it.
Fucking movie star. You're a fucking movie star.
Set tick, tick, tick.
Inside Donald Trump's prison cell, the surroundings are like any other small, enclosed space. The walls are gray concrete, and a narrow cot with a thin mattress is the only piece of furniture. A tiny metal sink and toilet combo sit in one corner, while a small barred window allows a sliver of natural light to filter in. The sound of clanking bars echoes through the air as guards patrol the hallway outside.
What is... President Trump is 76 years old. He will die in federal prison.
Trump spends his days pacing the limited floor space. The once powerful man now finds himself in a place of confinement.